Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this over to Peter so he can go ahead and get started with the webinar. Again, Peter, we appreciate you being here today, and whenever you're ready, you're all set.
Yeah, thanks, John. Thanks, Tim. Hello, everybody. My name's Peter Figaro. I manage a company called Primac. We've been in business since 2001, and we specialize in the financial services area of technology. So we work with a lot of credit unions, banks, mortgage companies. Let me just get the slideshow here going, and we can go ahead and get started. So again, I'm Peter Figaro. I'm based out of Greensboro, North Carolina. So any fellow Southerners out there, hello. And today we're gonna talk about cybersecurity, and the name of the seminar is actually financial data in the cyber world, balancing power and risk. And the reason about why I have the word power in there, even though we're going to talk a lot more about risk and risk mitigation, is that technology today allows you to capture a lot of information about your members that you can use to further products within that membership. So you have the ability to capture all kinds of data about your member. So if you find out a member just has a child that's graduating high school, you can send them information about home equity loans or student loans for their child. If they're a young member and they just graduated out of college, you can send them information about automobile lending, for example. If they're a newly married couple, they may be looking for a home, so you may want to send them mortgage information, or they may be closer to retirement age and you want to send them different things about your investment products that are available to them. So you can really cater the membership, the member offerings to the membership based on who they are through the captured data. And hopefully your IT group and your marketing groups are doing quite a bit of that. With that though, that power comes risk. Housing the data is obviously a risky situation in terms of you've got a lot of member information, from social security numbers to bank account numbers to their age to where they live. And we'll go over all the different things that you hold on to and what you have to do to protect that. So we're going to talk a lot about that. I speak quite often with CU conferences, mostly in their in-person conferences. And what I'd like to do, since most of the people that attend are either at the board level, on a committee, or part of the executive team, is I'll scratch the surface a little bit into the details of cybersecurity without getting too far deep, since most of you don't have IT as your main responsibility for your credit union. But my goal is to be able to have you leave with questions to ask your IT people, to ask your executive team, to give you the knowledge to be able to make sure that the credit union's being secure with their data and with the member information that's so valuable out there. It used to be you just had to worry about protecting your credit union from bank robbers by having physical security or having people embezzle from your employee base. But now you got to worry about cyber criminals anywhere in the world getting in and taking your data and stealing your member information and committing fraud and that sort of stuff. So we're gonna focus on that again, scratch the surface of some of the details, and then really leave you with some ideas and questions and things you should be talking to your leadership team at the credit union about. As mentioned, I'll go over some of the basics of cybersecurity, talk about the difference between a data breach and a data hack. Those terms tend to be used interchangeably. They're different. I'll explain the differences and why that matters to you. Talk about best practices, things that from an executive level, you should understand that the credit union should be doing to protect its integrity of its data. What happens if you have a breach or a hack? What do you do? Do you have a response plan? We'll talk about that. And then the most important part is the end, where I'll give you some takeaways and some ideas when you go back to the credit union, have your board meetings, things you can do to help make sure the credit union is being safe, and also give you a little bit of homework so you can see how safe they're being.